Imagine being a Green Lantern that doesn't mind exercising. Jessica Cruz. She had her fair share of training sessions that were rigorous. Don't you love when characters like Jessica Cruz do slice of life stuff like baking? Of course, they can do your standard creative cage thing like other lanterns. It's been a while since I went over a Green Lantern type character. Jessica Cruz is one of those Green Lanterns that was very unlucky. Minding their own business, just going hunting. They happened to come across these mobsters that were burying a body. They didn't want to have no witnesses, so they came after Jessica and her friends, but Jessica was the only survivor. Due to this traumatic experience, one could say she got like a form of PTSD about those guys in the woods, about how she never went to the cops, embraced the power, and willpower is a big thing when it comes to Green Lanterns. Of course, how Green Lanterns work, it's all about the willpower and your creativity with the ring, Jessica Cruz, but how strong is she though? Along with versatility, having the ring on gives her amazing physical strength. To stop a giant rock from falling on her. Crumbling temples, y'all just need to calm down. She can help it out by putting her ring onto the ground. She can create extra thrusters to help a ship fly better. A literal ring of fire this big, she can contain all this fire with her ring. Can create giant being type constructs to fight with and hit you with a green guitar. Blocking swords by making her own turtle shell. Hit you with a fish, all kind of stuff. Made her own version of Wonder Woman construct, but bigger to block volcanoes. Ain't that funny? Makes a giant cat construct to scare y'all off. When water's leaking out of this dam, she's able to plug it in with other lanterns and stuff and make little boats. Or just trap you, kind of like fun constructs. Like this little trap looks like kind of spongy, not necessarily hard constructs. I'm not gonna lie, her creativity is pretty awesome. She also makes weapon type constructs. Asteroids that are alive, she's not afraid to cut through it with an axe. See her using battle axes here. Fighting other powerful lanterns like Guy Gardner using baseball bat constructs to clash with one another. She seems to like battle axes, especially while fighting Guy Gardner, breaking his constructs in the process. She's not afraid of sniping and even ricocheting stuff, showing her accuracy. Lanterns seem to specialize in blast power. One can say however strong their constructs are, you can get an idea of their strength, how strong their shields are. All that stuff is kind of linked together because they use their blast power for shields. They use all the energy constructs for the same stuff. So their power in general kind of all ranges the same way of one another. Like making their own dragon constructs, temporarily restraining Darkseid, for example, even though he did break out because that's Darkseid, he's too strong. Like when all the Leaguers are trying to fight him, trying to hold him back here, she's a helpful aid. Feather Duster construct, this is hilarious. I mean, look at all the constructs she can make at once, looking like Buddha. It's just based on her willpower. She was nearing her limit in this particular occasion because her willpower was at 38%. 1/8 of the mass of the planet, all this weight, 46 trillion Thanksgiving turkeys was the weight she was supporting. Keep note that the average weight of a Thanksgiving turkey is 15 pounds. And all this rock she was holding up was the equivalent of 1/8 of the mass of planet Mole. She was a helpful asset in holding up the watchtower, stuff that's way bigger than buildings themselves. Using a Bigfoot construct, she breaks through this living asteroid. What would we do without her? This big old watchtower. She's one of the beings Green Lantern's light. That was a helpful aid in bringing it back to orbit. Can hold giant submarines. She says no to a giant Red Lantern tower. Hey, Atrocitus, your plans are going to get thwarted. Jessica Cruz is in the building. Can blitz through walls thanks to battering ram constructs. She just grabs the top part of a building. She can make a bear construct to take out a group of aliens. She has the power to hold back a freaking tsunami. That's a lot of water. When Darkseid and Anti-Monitor was fighting, she said, y'all gonna pay attention to me today. With all this BS she just summoned. Does all this madness to Lex Luthor where he's kind of having some issues moving. Blasts a hole out of the watchtower. Oh yeah, when it comes to her blast power, all you have to do is say night-night to spaceships. Multiple Red Lanterns get blasted back because she has that much power. Omnidirectional attacks to send other lanterns flying. Can concentrate her energy into spikes that pierce through a manhunter. Arm she can beam struggle with. She can create like multiple building-sized explosive energy. Flash, get the heck out of my way. When he was off guarded, of course, when he was phasing. Kind of freaked her out. I think she has a problem with spaceship because she be blasting through them. Atrocity, a being that's at least in them Green Lantern top tier ranges. She stated she's hitting with enough power to lay Atrocity on his butt. In this particular occasion, she can produce that much energy, which makes sense. She's a Green Lantern type character. I mean, it makes sense when she does this to other Lantern type beings like Red Lantern. Or even when she's dogpiled, she can break out of Red Lantern rage-infused beings and stuff. Little baby Scuffle blasting back Wonder Woman. Beings that are part of the Fury she can mess up. She can generate so much energy, or one could say an explosion, that's city-sized to the point where it can even be seen in space. So it's a very large explosion she can generate. Cyborg, even when Cyborg tried to shut down a ring, Cyborg didn't want none of that smoke, messed him up in the process. when her ring was trying to go on the fritz. You know she's pretty strong when she being clashing with characters like Shazam. And is really destroying multiple buildings really a big deal for Green Lanterns? That's like a common theme, considering that most Green Lanterns can destroy planets with ease. I mean, her protection is a beast, like being able to withstand blasts from Starfire going all out. If you watch my Starfire video, Starfire is pretty decent, medium, one could say medium powerhouse at least. I mean, we're talking about the same girl that shields can withstand crashing into a planet really hard and protect it from all. Her and Simon working together can shield the whole planet, so by herself she might be able to shield half the planet, you know? Or the whole thing, like suffocating fire dragons by like suffocating the flames literally. You can really see her raw power and how she can contain 8 missiles. You can really get an idea of how much power she can produce, because the same power she shields with is the same power she blasts with. All of it's willpower at the end of the day. Her shield can take a lot of heat even at Earth's core, can withstand attacks from Dr. Polaris. When he uses magnetism to crush them with cars, they still can shield from this type of stuff. House-busting stuff she can shield from. Red Lantern bombs she can even shield from as well. And if the stuff gets bad enough, she can not only block the attacks, chop you, or blast you, she can just straight up battlefield move you if she has to. Sent her somewhere far away. Oh, she can just punch hard if she feels like it. Not necessarily having to blast. She can just fly you through a wall or smash you into the ground the old-fashioned way, crumbling the ground beneath. That's evident when she punches through the stomach of a sea monster. I mean, look how she combined her constructs to her fist to punch Guy Gardner that hard while having a rifle in the other hand. Even while underwater, it doesn't change how much striking power or energy they can produce because they're Green Lanterns. All this rubble of concrete, she can just punch out of it. Stupid wooden doors, she can just break through. That's something Super Soldier Tears could do, so that's obvious. All this stone on top of her, of course she can bust out. She's a constant match for Red Lanterns, being able to just straight up stick them with her punches. She's a legit cannon, but she's even gotten scuffles with Wonder Woman, even getting hit, and she's okay. Like how she got hit by a construct made by Guy Gardner, and she was fine afterward. I'm really feeling her creativity, though. She's constantly battling Red Lanterns, getting hit by them, and enduring the battle. Getting slung through buildings ain't gonna stop her. And when it comes to the different types of things she can endure with her ring's durability, shotguns obviously ain't gonna cut it. She even withstood her own energy blast. She can swim through magma, extreme heat. Even being near the sun is nothing to lanterns. I mean, think about it. All of this space travel, it would be weird for them not to have a decent amount of speed, right? Simply going 2 or 3 times the speed of light in space, you wouldn't be able to get no distance. So most lanterns are massively faster than the speed of light, just because no exception to this. I mean, they can kind of keep up with Speed Force users like Flash and Kid Flash, even though they might not be going their absolute fastest here. It's a casual run. It's implied how she was able to fly away from this giant explosion, making a little ball construct here. They flew away in a very short amount of time, along with other super fast lanterns we know are crazy fast. I have videos about on the channel. We know Cal, Rainer, and Hal are really fast. So let's not also forget that she can circle the globe a whole bunch of times in a very short amount of time. 4 times, it looks like. And they can enter hyperspace. Hyperspace is something we can't do in real life, so it's almost like a theory at this point. Star Wars explains reaching hyperspace light, being able to inevitably surpass the speed of light. And for lanterns to be able to fly throughout the galaxy, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It seems to increase her reflexes, how she's able to block lasers after they're fired. You see them mid-flight and blocked. This is kind of like a reflex feat, how she's able to kind of multitask and stop all the missiles at the same time. And here, notice how she did a shield to block energy blast. And she's fast enough to deflect gunfire. She made her own The Flash construct. That's funny. Not to mention she's able to stab a yellow construct and Spirit, defeat it on her own because she's a beast. Multitasking is a lantern's duty. Bruh, a car seat she made, machine guns for rapid fire, makes her own shotgun, creating her own battle suit or gladiator armor, one could say. If you're a jerk, she'll just make a scorpion to antagonize you. She's funny for this. I'm a big fan of characters curb stomping huge creatures. Look how she does it with this axe. You can't just tag her. Generally speaking, everybody, that's just about when I do it. To really get an understanding of her blast power, you need to watch my other Green Lantern videos I have on the channel about Kyle, John, Alan, Scott, Hal. Jessica Cruz shouldn't be far away from the other top tier Green Lanterns at all. I wouldn't necessarily say she's like up there with Kyle, John, or Hal, but she's still a beast, right? She was hanging out with Simon a lot, so she's more on the relatively new side, but like, of course, the standard Green Lantern stuff she should be able to do when it comes to her max blast power or potential. Like other lanterns like Kyle being able to contain a supernova explosion, that's common stuff. Other lanterns like Hal being able to hold the Earth together, help move the Earth itself. Or other lanterns help move planetoids too. And we got lanterns like Cal Rayner that contain the galaxy-busting type of explosions and energy, like the Imperial X probe bomb, stated to have energy taken from the destruction of entire galaxies, and Green Lanterns can contain stuff like this. Jessica Cruz shouldn't be far behind beings like this, even if they are superior, I would say. Or estimation of where she would be compared to Hal, Kyle, or John Stewart. Where is she in the percentage wise? Maybe she could be, I don't know, maybe something like 70% their strength, or 80, 50. I mean, it just depends on who you think got the most willpower. You think she's 1% of them? I don't think so. But what do you guys think about this? There's no exact science to it, right? I mean, she does chill with the Green Lantern Simon Baz a lot, and he was able to match Blast from Zatanna, so that's one thing. Or accidentally blast back the Justice League, so he's pretty freaking strong. Where does she compare to Simon? Matched Firestorm's energy projection, so if Simon has this much blast power, how strong do you think Jessica Cruz? I mean, these two was hanging out in a lot of comics in this same video, but that's none of my business. But you gotta respect her regardless of it. She's way past the star level. Destroying solar systems shouldn't be nothing to Lanterns at this point. Way faster than the speed of light. It's just common knowledge at this point. Watch my other Green Lantern videos on top of this to really get a better understanding of it even further. But on top of all this, I got to give a quick shout out to everybody that took the time to donate to the channel. Respect Jessica Cruz. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.